King Lear play by William Shakespeare. Long ago in ancient Britain, there was a powerful old king named King Lear. He had ruled for many years, and his kingdom was strong and wealthy. But now Lear was growing old, and he wanted to retire from ruling. Instead of leaving the crown to just one heir, he decided to divide his kingdom among his 3 daughters, Goneril, Regan, and Cordelia. Before dividing the land, Lear made a strange plan. He would ask each daughter how much she loved him. The one who spoke the most flattering words would receive the largest share of the kingdom. In the royal hall, all the nobles gathered. Lear sat on his throne, his daughters before him. Goneril, the eldest, spoke first. She was tall, proud, and clever. She declared that she loved her father more than words could express, more than her eyesight, freedom, or even life itself. Lear, pleased, gave her 1/3 of the kingdom. Regan, the middle daughter, followed. She was equally cunning and cold-hearted. She said she loved Lear even more than Goneril had claimed, so much that all joys and pleasures were nothing compared to her love for him. Again, Lear smiled and gave her another 1/3. Finally, it was Cordelia's turn. She was the youngest, gentle, and truly loved her father. But when Lear asked how much she loved him, Cordelia refused to flatter. She said simply, "I love you as a daughter should, no more, no less. When I marry, half my love will go to my husband, but I will still honor you with all my heart." Lear grew furious. To him, Cordelia's honesty sounded like coldness. Blind with pride, he disowned her on the spot, saying she was no longer his daughter. 2 noblemen had been seeking Cordelia's hand in marriage. When Lear stripped her of dowry, 1 man refused her. But the King of France, admiring her honesty and virtue, took her as his queen. Cordelia left Britain, heartbroken. Lear now gave his kingdom to Goneril and Regan, keeping nothing for Cordelia. But he still expected to live in each daughter's castle by turns, bringing with him 100 knights and servants as his retinue. He thought his daughters would honor him, even without his crown. At first, everything seemed fine, but soon Lear's folly was revealed. Goneril grew tired of hosting her father and his noisy men. She scolded him, telling him he no longer had authority. She ordered his followers reduced. Shocked, Lear cursed her, calling on the gods to punish her, and left in anger to live with Regan. But Regan treated him even worse. Together, Goneril and Regan insulted their father, stripped him of dignity, and refused him shelter. They told him he did not need knights at all, only a few servants. Lear, once a mighty king, now found himself wandering the wilderness, betrayed by his 2 eldest daughters. His only companions were his loyal fool, a jester who spoke hard truths through jokes, and the nobleman Kent, who had disguised himself after Lear banished him earlier for defending Cordelia. One of the most famous moments comes when Lear, cast out by his daughters, wanders in a raging storm at night. Rain lashes his face, thunder shakes the ground, and lightning flashes above. The fool huddles beside him, shivering, but Lear stands tall, shouting against the storm. His grief and anger at his daughters make him feel kinship with the violent weather. He cries out to the sky, daring the thunder to destroy him. But beneath his rage, his mind begins to break. Madness takes hold as he realizes his folly. He gave everything to false flatterers and cast out the daughter who truly loved him. At the same time, another nobleman's family faces betrayal. Earl Gloucester, loyal to Lear, has 2 sons, Edgar, his legitimate heir, and Edmund, his illegitimate son. Edmund is bitter about being a bastard and schemes to steal his brother's inheritance. He tricks Gloucester into thinking Edgar plans to kill him. Edgar, forced to flee, disguises himself as a mad beggar called Poor Tom, living in the wilderness. When Gloucester helps Lear secretly against Goneril and Regan, Edmund betrays him. Gloucester is captured by Regan and her cruel husband, the Duke of Cornwall. In a horrifying scene, they gouge out Gloucester's eyes on stage. The blinded old man is cast out, wandering helplessly. Gloucester eventually meets Edgar, still disguised as poor Tom, who leads him gently without revealing his true identity. Gloucester, broken and blind, learns humility and patience. Lear, raving in madness, wears weeds and flowers in his hair, speaking nonsense and wisdom mixed together. He imagines himself as judge and king, condemning his daughters. Yet through madness, he begins to see truth more clearly, realizing he was wrong to trust Goneril and Regan. Meanwhile, Cordelia, now Queen of France, hears of her father's suffering. Filled with compassion, she gathers an army to rescue him. Unlike her sisters, she does not seek power, only to save Lear. Cordelia's forces land in Britain. Lear is found wandering, half-naked, confused, and broken. Cordelia rushes to him, embraces him, and forgives him. Lear, humbled, weeps, begging for her pardon. For the first time, he knows true love and repentance. But the story does not end happily. Goneril and Regan, now both lusting after Edmund, turn against each other. Their rivalry grows bitter. Goneril secretly poisons Regan. Cordelia's army fights against the forces of Goneril, Regan, and Edmund. The battle is fierce, but Cordelia's side loses. She and Lear are captured. In prison, Lear dreams of living peacefully with Cordelia, away from power and politics. He imagines them singing and praying together in their cell, content in each other's company. But fate is cruel. Edmund secretly orders Cordelia executed. When Albany, Goneril's husband, discovers Edmund's treachery, he reveals everything. Edmund is forced into a duel with Edgar, who finally throws off his disguise and defeats him. Edmund is mortally wounded, but too late to save Cordelia. Lear enters, carrying Cordelia's lifeless body in his arms. His cries of grief shake the stage. He begs her to wake, to breathe again, but she is gone. Broken with sorrow, Lear dies beside her. The stage is left with bodies: Lear, Cordelia, Regan, Goneril, who killed herself after her plots were discovered, and Edmund. Albany and Edgar remain to pick up the shattered kingdom. I hope you have enjoyed this lecture, but please like the video and subscribe the channel. Thank you.